Okay, so I've got the potatoes. I'm gonna put a bag in there first, and then I'm gonna spray it anyway. And then I'm gonna put the potatoes in the bottom, and pepper, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, parsley. I'm just gonna put a little bit of gold on these chicken thighs. They're boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I've kept the fat away as much as I could. And I'm gonna put them on top of the potatoes in the crock pot with the same seasoning. And hopefully we got a good meal here. I'm sorry, I'm going to show you the next batch again, and I'm sorry, I'm moving my microphone around. Okay, I put down my, my bag, and I wasn't able to reach on the top shelf all the way to the back, my newest pan. So we're going to go ahead and just put some olive oil on it, and I'll put some olive oil in this bag, and then I already put the seasonings in it. You can't really see, well, there's some pepper and some, I'm going to put parsley on top, but not, well, maybe I'll just put parsley in. Yeah, I'm going to put parsley in. Okay, potatoes are going in. Chicken is still frying, but it's almost done, and I'm really just putting some color on it. Doing this with one hand is a joy. I should have set up my camera holder. What do you call those things? I'm going blank. Too much to think about it once. Okay, so these are nicely seasoned, and they were 2 bags, so 1.5 pounds each, but I took probably half a pound off on bad parts that I found. Potatoes are just looking so bad lately. I know, I was going to say, have you noticed? But I hear other people saying the same thing. Potatoes go bad fast, faster than they ever did. I just added some chicken. I might add a few more. And so you can see it just has a little color on it. It's by no means done. I'm going to put it in the crock pot and let the chicken juices drain onto these potatoes. This is all the chicken and potatoes I'm going to use. I'm going to be one short tonight for dinner, and they'll be coming in late. So I'm just going to put this on low. Before I start it though, I'm going to go ahead and add one of these chicken gravies to the top with a little liquid. And we'll have chicken gravy with the seasoned potatoes and seasoned chicken. And the other half of the chicken that's still going, I'm not seasoning it, but I'm going to put it in a bag after it cools and put it in the freezer marked par cooked chicken. I'll say partially. You never know who's going to find it and think, oh, par chicken, that sounds good. Partially cooked chicken, and it can be used for soups, stews, cooked again until it's all the way cooked and done for something like this, a sheet pan meal, whatever. But it's more chicken I won't have to cook all the way. Okay, it's in the crock pot, and I'm going to hit it with some of this, this is my favorite, roasted chicken base. It's better than bouillon brand, and I need more. I do go through this. I love it. So I'm just going to put it in a cup of water. I've got a cup here and a spoon, and I'll mix it up. And I've got the hot water going ready. You put it around the edges here. Cannot even see it, can you? Okay. Okay, this is the leftover chicken. It's done. I took it and put it in a bowl. I'm going to stick it in a baggie in a bit. But look at my stove. I didn't use my splatter screen. So that's the price she pays. I got to clean that up. But not before. Take you around slow as I can. I disinfect this whole thing here because this is all full of chicken juice raw. And there's even some raw chicken in my drain there. And I've got 2 of these. What do you call them, like drain screens. I've got 2. So I put them, just like my Scrub Daddy and Scrub Mama, into the dishwasher each night with the dinner dishes, and put the one that's in the drawer into the sink. And so they switch out daily. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, this is on for, I put it on for 5 hours, 30 minutes. Now it's 5:25, and I won't lift the lid until that timer goes off, and then I'll just leave it on low for however long it takes them to blow in. And before I go to bed, I'll have turned it off long before I go to bed. I'll put it into a leftover container. If it doesn't get eaten all tonight, my granddaughter will be here tomorrow. Well, when you see this, she'll already be here. Well, I couldn't decide. I hemmed and hawed about it most of the day. I've decided just go ahead and cook up some regular biscuits. You know, these are the Pillsbury in a can biscuits. So bake them at 350 for about 13 to 16 minutes and voila. And then I got a can of cut green beans. These were the ones that go first in the green bean pile in my prepper pantry. So they're still good for a long time. But anyway, I'm going to open those up, drop them in a pan. I'll drain them. Drop them in a pan with some butter, real butter, salt and pepper, and maybe some onion powder. Okay, this is the second portion. It won't be as long, I hope. I wanted to show you my Hoosier cabinet. I know I've shown this before. My granddaughter organized the bottom for me last week. She put everything together and we threw away old stuff and like supplies I didn't need anymore. And then I just keep like vintage looking stuff up here, you know. Like that little sign right there, that was probably made in 2019. I got it last Christmas because I thought it looked kind of old-fashioned. But anyway, this was full of junk this morning. It still kind of is, but it's stuff I use. Well, I don't use that. My son dragged that home from a friend of his, and I haven't found a home for it yet. He wanted me to put it up on my Hoosier cabinet because it is looking kind of, you know, old-fashioned. Anyway, I don't think it is. There's my new mandolin. So I'm going to leave that here because that's something I use all the time and I won't cut myself digging through a drawer for it. Do you know what I mean? I was going to keep it in its original box. I couldn't get it back in the original box. Everything that was in the box is in there though, including the instructions. And then just some bottles. And there's 2 kitchen scales, you know, and then up here some random stuff. So let me show you what I've got to do. These things were in the top that I showed you that I emptied as well. So I've got fermentation cap things. You know, you can put them on top of a mason jar and you can ferment like honey, garlic, or greens or whatever. So it's just ferment cap. And there's like 4 of them. And I use these once in a decade. The same as, I'm going to shut you right up here. I don't know if you can see that thing, that green thing. That's a big fermentation crock with the glass weights and everything. And it's for making coleslaw. It's for making, what is it? Cabbage with, oh mercy, you guys help me. What is it? It's for making fermented cabbage. That's all I'm going to say. And then I've got this. It's for pitting cherries. Years ago, I had a couple of cherry trees in my yard, and I would go through them and pit them. And also plums. I would pick plums in, you know, people's friends' yards and stuff and do the plums. And you just push this thing down right here, and it pushes the pit right out. It's got 2, one for little things like cherries, one for bigger things. So that, you know, doesn't get used often and it doesn't need a space in the house. It needs to be in a box in the garage with my cooking stuff that I only use once a year or something. And then finally I've got this, I don't know what brand it is, but I've used it since my kids were little. It's for peeling and slicing like apples, pears, big stone fruits like that. And it just attaches to the wall. In fact, I still have the scar on this table somewhere where the bright idea was proposed to just screw it to the table. It doesn't go into the table. It's like a tightening vise. The vise is what it is. But it did make a mark because, you know, each time we moved it, it scratched across. But you know what? The table was cooked before then anyway, and every scar on this table tells a story. So finally, I have these tools for decorating cakes. You know how many cakes I've decorated with these tools? 0. Okay, they don't need to be in a place where I need them every day. And I've had these for years. I've used them for piping things in, but not for decorating cakes. I don't know how to do that. And I'll show you what's next. How many of you were saying sauerkraut? It's sauerkraut she can't think of. That's right, that's what it is, sauerkraut. Get this light over here. There we go. Now, I'm going to go through this in just a little bit. I can see already I have 2 Christmas trees. I don't know how many stars. Oh, I took all of the round ones out because those do get used often for like biscuits and stuff like that. So I'm just leaving those out. those will go right back up there. But these are seasonal, and I do use these. I love to bake cookies, so I'm gonna see what I can do to make this box at least shut, because see how it's popped over the top like that? I'll let you know when I'm done. I'm back, hello. I've got them all out. Try to get this out of your way. So, start with the random, what was I thinking? I mean, I needed this for a baby shower once. It's going in the Play-Doh box. It's an umbrella. This is a mousse. I don't know. I've never made, you know, this is old. This is very old. I've never made a mousse cookie. I'm going to put it in the Play-Doh box. This is a house. I think I must have needed it for a housewarming. I don't know. I wanted this. I just bought this a couple months ago at a thrift store, and my mother had one. It says happy birthday, and it's in the shape of a birthday cake. Looks like a loaf of bread, but it's in the shape of a birthday cake. I'm keeping that. So that's going back in my box at some point. Then I've got this, and it looks it's like a stamp. And it says, made with love on the stamp, and I guess you can tell she never used it. I think I got this at Goodwill 15 years ago. I don't know, long time ago. So I'm thinking I'll keep it. And I could stamp around cookies made with love, see how that works. And I'll use it once, and if I don't like it, I'll donate it back to somebody. No, I'll put it in the Play-Doh box if I don't want it. So those are that, and I'm only keeping 2 out of 5 of the random. The rest go in the Play-Doh box. Now I've got what I consider fall. Now, here I'm going to put the ones I'm going to keep right in the box right now. There. If you know anything about these kind of cookie cutters, because I don't, they've never been used. So you cut them, it's in the shape of a leaf, can you see that? And then you flip them over, and it's got a plunger. After you've cut them, I guess you can plunge the mark of the veins of the leaves on them. So I've got this one and this one are almost the exact same. The veins are just a little bit different. What is that, a maple? And then it's got the same thing where you can push that in and out. And I think this might be an acorn, but I'm not positive. I'm keeping these. I think they're very cool. I just need to use them and figure out how to use them. Then I've got this, I think that, what is that, an elm? Or oak, maybe it's oak. I'll keep that. These are big, so I'm keeping them. Maple, I'm gonna keep that. Is that a nut or an acorn? Oh, it's upside down, it's an acorn. Hey Kendra, you're so bright. And then a moon. Just, you know, that some people might say that's Halloween, but I just use it for autumn. So I'm keeping those. I'm gonna put those back in the box. We're doing well. We're getting rid of some. Okay, we got rid of 3, be honest. Okay, now I've got 2 hearts. Let me explain. Did my camera go off? No. This one is just real small, and it has no, you know, like embellishment. This one is a vintage one. Also, probably got this from my mother. It's got the scalloped edges that would make that around the cookie. I'm keeping both of these. Okay, now the walk of shame. I'm going to set them up. Get you back here. Here we go. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's an angel. I have 3 gingerbread cookies. This, have you ever seen people make a mousse out of a gingerbread cookie? You could turn that upside down and make it a deer if you did it right. I think I'm going to keep that for that. Just that. This one is real old, and it's rusty. It's going into the Play-Doh box. This one is just a big gingerbread man, keeping him. What does he look like upside down? He doesn't look like a deer. Okay, we've got 3 Christmas tree cookies. Why? I can say, okay, I'll keep 1 big and 1 small. So the small stays. Which one of these is in the better condition, I wonder? I'm going to say this one, because this one looks like it's dirty. That's going into the box. Okay, 3 stars. I don't need 3 stars. I'm going to cut the difference. Should I? Yeah. I think I'm going to keep the big star. And then I'm going to throw these in Patience's Play-Doh box. She's going to be so happy tomorrow because I got all her Play-Doh stuff out already in preparation for this purge. She's my 8-year-old daughter, granddaughter. 3 angels. This one is in bad shape, so it's going for sure. It's got rust and stuff. This one is an angel with wings, and I guess this one could be a gingerbread girl, couldn't it? Okay, I'll keep them both. I only have so much room. Look at my box, it's getting full. This is a Wilton cake decorating box, and my poor son came in and he said, last night when I got this out, he said, donuts! And he lived in the box. He goes, they're gone? No, they're empty. So, no, honey, it's not a donut box. Made me feel bad. I wanted to go get him donuts. He was so excited. He doesn't get excited like that. Okay, I've got 2 of the, you know, snowflakes here. They're in different shapes, really, so I'm going to keep them both. You guys aren't helping me purge much. This bell is in bad shape. The dust and, not dust, I'm sorry, the rust and whatnot. So it's going. I do need a new bell though. This is a Santa Claus boot. Keep it. My only, candy cane cookie cutter, I'm keeping that. Here's a snowman with a big, he's a big snowman. I'm gonna keep him. There's another big star. What did I do with my stars? Did I keep them all? No, I got rid of, I've got one, I guess. That's a bigger one. I'm gonna try to keep that if it fits. Look, I'm down to 2, it's gonna work. All right, this one I've never used. It still has the Ben Franklin 69 cents on it. Can you see that? Ben Franklin, 69 cents. Never made it. I think it would be such a hassle to decorate that I've just never done it. I hate to throw it away with the Play-Doh stuff, but I'll never, ever use it. I bet you people would pay for that on eBay. Okay, finally, got a dove. I don't know that I've ever used this either. I don't think I have. Yep, nope, look, it's got the price tag still on it. You can't read it. It looks like it was 99 cents or something, and I bet you this came from Joann's. Back when they used to carry stuff like this, they've changed so much. Okay, and so that's it. That's it. I can get the lid on. I can put it away in the garage, marked Mom's Cookie Cutters, and I'm good. You know what I should do? No, I was going to say I should write in here that you need a new bell, because I do need a new bell. Somehow try to remember that. I think I'm done. If you guys like this kind of thing, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Just boop that little button there, you know. It says, it doesn't say anything. It kind of wiggles, you know, and you can see the vibrations off of it, and that means that you'll get alerted if you poop it twice. And then you can just give me a thumbs up if you wanted, or a comment. Tell me about your cookie cutters collection. Some people have their grandmother's cookie. My grandmother was not a cookie baker. Well, the one that I ever knew. And she just passed away this past spring. She was 103, and this month would have been her 104th birthday. So let's see. I think that's it. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.